Good day, lords and ladies. Welcome to Project Warlock. This is a first-person pixel art style retro shooter. It really reminds me, probably deliberately, of games such as Doom, Wolfenstein, Duke Nukem. That kind of nostalgia pixel art first-person shooter with sprites and secrets. But I thought we'd check it out here on the channel. I picked it up in a recent sale, so I'm going to check it out. I've played a bit of it. It's a very good game, just to let you know, but it does have some flaws. But I thought I'd pick it up and show it off. But first of all, let's check out the options. First, graphics. A very large graphic option. All kinds of things, resolutions, quality, saturation of colours, like the whole shebang. It's actually a very nice display, and it's laid out very nicely as well, which is always fantastic. Audio, you can fiddle with the audio, like here for example. Controls, you can rebind your controls, which is nice, and it's set out in a very nice intuitive way. You can also see that there's quite a large selection of weapons and things to use, which is always very useful and very nice to see in a game such as this, in a first-person shooter. Weapon variety is always nice. It's very important, nice things to see. Language-wise, nice range of languages, which is always nice, because it's always a problem when you find a game like this and it literally only has like 2 different languages. Not that the languages are that important, I'm going to be honest, because I'll get onto that thing in a second. So let's do new game. Yeah, I know, you only have, that's one of my main issues, you only have one save in this game. So if you start a new game, you basically lose all your current progress. I love the music in this game, it's really suiting, it really has a nice feel to it. But yes, that's here we go. So you have only one save. That's one of my first issues I have with this game. Only having one save file in a game like this is a bit annoying. But let's have a look at it. As you can see, this has been probably, you can see where this draws its themes from, like games like Wolfenstein and Doom and Duke Nukem. They have this similar kind of appeal to difficulty scaling. We'll go standard. And here we go. The first steps. Okay, that's my fault. I always forget you don't start, at the very beginning of the game, you don't start with any magical energy. So if we look at the screen in front of you here, what you're seeing, at the bottom left-hand side, you see your character portrait, you see your health bar in red, and you see your mana bar, which is currently very low for us at the moment, in blue, which is the number above it. You also see a number that has a very small number, for example, next to the health bar, which is 3. That's how many lives you had. This game basically runs off a life system at standard difficulty or above, which is that you only have so many lives, and every time you die, you lose a life, and once you run out of lives, it's game over, just like the old Contra series. So let's look at the weapons we have. We have a dagger, which is nice, fast, and quick, a single target stabbing. You have an axe, which is slower and has a slight cooldown, but it's useful for taking out multiple foes. We have just picked up the staff, which is our first range weapon that runs off mana. There are 2 types of ammunition in this game. You have mana and you have basically regular ammunition, and they work separately from each other. This being a retro first-person shooter, similar in style, well, I'd probably say in following the tradition of games such as Doom and Carnival Wolfenstein, or also Wolfenstein, is the fact that there are lots of secrets lying about, and they actually are pretty important to find, which is one of the other things I would say. But let's dive in, shall we? I do like the gore effect. The sprites are very nice. The fact that they stay around is very pleasant to them. The damage you do to walls is nice to see as well. It's quite a gory game, I will say. I should also mention, for those of you, before we get too far in, for those of you who suffer from photosensitivity or have basically epilepsy or any kind of condition which is triggered by flashing images, be warned, this game has a lot of bright flashing colours and lights. So from this point onwards, we haven't seen it because we haven't got any enemies firing attacks or anything like that. But please be aware and take care. Let's go on, shall we? These are single enemies, so we're going to use a dagger to get rid of them. Here we go. Gore paints the room as our characters fight through it. I'm trying to save our mana. Dodged. Because mana can be a bit annoying to find, but so let's just take him out. For those of you who are interested, when you use a mana weapon, it appears at the bottom left-hand corner, as well as basically the ammo bar. We leveled up, got some mana, killed another one of the little creatures. There's a bar at the very bottom, as you can see going across the bottom of the screen. That's your XP bar, which will fill up. It fills up by finding basically treasure in the level. You don't get XP for killing monsters, you get XP for basically looting things. And this is one of the things I will say about this game. One of the issues I have with it is the lack of narrative or even a basic plot. There's no plot that I've yet seen that's explained to you. You just go into a level and you just kill everything and keep moving, which is fine for a retro sort of arcade shooter. But like in games like Doom and Wolfenstein, even if the plot was very basic, there still was an overlying narrative which sort of kept everything together, which I think is missing from this game. You're a warlock fighting demons, I think. That's the general sort of premise of this game. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But, like, why am I doing this? What is my sort of motive for doing this? Because in the lore, warlocks were things that actually made pacts with demons. So having you running around killing them for no reason is a bit strange. So, this is sort of Baby's first intro level. There's no hidden doors or secrets in this level. And here we go. Basically level up stars. Unlock a level up point basically is important, and we'll show you why. So let's get all our mana back. And see, we completed the level, items killed, enemies killed, items found, secrets, and we have a current score. I don't really care about the score system in this game. I'm not doing it to chase up a leaderboard, and the fact is that the secrets that are hidden in this game actually are fairly important. So let's go to the workshop. The workshop is your other sort of base. This is basically your base area. In the workshop, you will have three things that you can do. You can improve your stats, which basically strength increases melee damage, extra health, extra mana regain, and mana capability of storage. And then that increases how much capacity you have for item carrying. So your ammunition. So basically how much ammo you carry for your weapons. And then you have these perks which become unlocked as you get, say, for example, if you've got 5 life, quick heal would become active. All medikits heal 5 more health when picked up. Basically they're perks that become active once you get them. Currently we only have Treasure Hunter active, which is basically the odds at receiving loot drops from enemies and crates are doubled. What were they even doing with that loot, come to think of it? Basically that's automatically turned on for us, which is nice and fantastic. For the time being, I am going to grab some more health and some more mana capacity, because mana is actually a fairly good resource to have. In the other room, we have the main sort of bread and butter. You have weapon upgrades, and once you get a new weapon, it will basically pop into here. And then you have different type. You can basically, every weapon is customizable. For example, we can take our basic magic staff and we can turn it into a lightning staff, which would take 8 level up points. upgrade points. The longer you shoot, the more damage it does. For example, if we do to the other version, the freezing staff, freeze enemies, single shot, long cooldown. We could change our axe into one that basically replenishes our health every time we use it, or one that replenishes our mana every time we use it, which is very nice. So weapon customization actually carries quite a fair bit of weight. I do like the art style in this game. It really does heavily remind me of like Doom. I'm a sucker for games like this. I do like these old style games. Here are the spells. Basically, there is a number of spells you have. We got the light spell during the first mission, which we can have for free. Normally you have to spend an upgrade point to get them. Once they are equipped, you can activate them using the right mouse button. Here, actually, the magic, the light spell will come in really useful, especially for finding some hidden doors, which I will show off in a second. Once we've had a look around here and done our upgrades like we've done, we will hop back to here, which is basically level selection. There are 5 levels in total. Every level, well, there's 5 sections or 5 chapters. Every chapter has 5 levels, and each one has a different time period. So you're going from stuff like medieval, and you can see down here there's things that look like robots and all kind of stuff. I've currently played up through a good chunk of the medieval period. So let's take the first level in the medieval period, and dive in. I like how the sprites react when they take damage. Right, so as you can see here, our XP bar is going up at the bottom. We grab a bit of mana, we haven't lost any health, which is nice. We're going to stay with the axe because it allows us to hit multiple enemies and saves our mana usage. So let's dive in. And just like cut these things up. A new enemy type. A demon. Let's kill these guys, get our mana back, and let's have a look around. Here we go. Took a bit of damage. One thing I will say is that even on normal difficulty, you take a lot of damage in this game, so don't be surprised if the first time you play it you die. I died on the first level just because I didn't know how to get out of the level. You have to destroy a particular obstacle which attacks you, and I didn't realise what I was doing, and I died. Let's step out this door. Let's kill him. And keep going. Fortunately, there's no contact damage from some enemy types. But if you walk into it, it still hurts. Okay, so that room's got demons in it. Okay, so I will tell you how... Come on. I really do like the effects in this game. The weapons have a nice feel to them. The animated effects are very nice. The sound is very nice. But let's just get into one of the other issues. This game basically has 3 main issues that I want to say as we go on. First one is single save slot. I don't like it personally. Even games like the original Doom, I didn't have a single slave slot if I remember correctly. And in games like this, it's just annoying, especially if you lose the file or something, because then you lose all your progress. Secondly, the reliance on secret rooms. As you can see here, if we look at the walls here, all the walls are lovely and similar, except for this section, which basically looks like a secret door. Not all doors will react to the light spell like this, but there's a couple of very key tells in the game that you can use to basically find them. So let's pop this secret and get the stuff. Now here's the main issue I have with these secret doors and secret rooms. A lot of them will have upgrade points, and upgrade points are really important to your progression, your character's progression in this game, because it allows you to customize your weapons, customize your equipment, and in general just helps you survive. So having most of your level up points locked behind secret doors actually makes the game very challenging to play. Because, for example, there are 3 secrets in this map. Most of them will have a secret. An upgrade. Sorry, not a secret, but they will have an upgrade point behind the secret door. This means that out of 4 potential upgrade points in the level, only one of them you will get automatically for completing the level, which makes it really important for you to actually hunt down every single secret. Now, the next style of secret in the game, or secret room in this game, is you look at the walls, you'll see a texture difference between this wall and that there. The art style is different. So if you press it, it opens it up. Now, not every secret room has an upgrade point, but in my experience, most secret rooms in this game do. If not an upgrade point, they have a lot of XP which can be used for getting the next status upgrade, which is also very important. Okay, so we've already been in there. Cleaned out this level, everything's dead, we got the blue key, so we are going to... That's the other thing I will say. I have yet to find, unless it's in the options... not that I can see, there's no way to blow up the minimap, so you can see the minimap. It's like, for example, in the original Doom game, you could blow the minimap up so that it was basically like across your entire screen, so you knew exactly where you were going. I haven't been able to see that in this case, which is a bit frustrating, because the current minimap is a little bit limiting, like area-wise. Took a lot of damage from that. Let's grab some health, grab some mana replenishment. We'll grab some health in here to get our health back up, which is fantastic. Let's get our blast staff out. And look here. We got ourselves a pistol. Get a bit of ammo back. And we got ourselves a nice little revolver. I do like the sprite animation for this. Like the pixel art is very good in this game. This game does lots of things well, but it has 3 core issues. Like I said, primarily the lack of story is a major turn-off for me. Even if it was just basic narrative, I would still like to know why our character is here doing what he's doing, rather than just have him as someone that's just running around for no apparent reason. Secondly, I don't like how dependent the game is on you finding secrets, because having it tied to weapon progression, weapon and spell progression, I do find a bit of a turn-off, because it means that you really have to sort of hunt out every single secret and hidey-hole. Which, don't get me wrong, I like doing, but at the same time, it can be frustrating for some people. This one here, as you can see, the art style on the wall here is different. It's one of the ways you can tell. My suggestion for people is just like, once you clear out a room, look around the room to see if there's anywhere where the art style doesn't like match up to the rest of the art style of the level. And let's see, and you open it up here. Get that, which is we gain extra life, which is always very nice, and some mana and stamina, well, some mana and health regen. Rightio. So let's get that. Normally, when you find mana in this game, you find ammunition nearby, because the two play off against each other. In my experience, you get one where you have lots of mana, and then you have an area where you have lots of ammunition. So let's kill these guys. get some submachine gun ammo, and we'll press on. You've got the key that opens the next area, so we'll clear out this area, and then you'll have this door. These doors are basically sort of like a checkpoint you had to clear by killing them to get further into the game. And here we go, we got our second, well, we got, I believe at this point, it's our third upgrade point, which is very nice. But let's progress, shall we? Not every level will take you back to the workshop. In my experience, there's always a couple of levels in between before you clear like it's basically a chapter or a checkpoint to allow you to return to the workshop. So we're entering map 2, the Dungeons, Chambers of Agony. Lots of enemies. As you can see, also lots of flashing lights. As I said, if you are photosensitive, please be careful of this game. It even has it at the beginning. It warns about the photosensitivity. So let's just clear this place up. One thing I will say is that if you've played this game, like even a couple of run-throughs before, you will know where a lot of the secrets are. Let's get through, get an upgrade point. I do like the sound effects. One thing I will say, another thing I will say, I should say about this game, sound effects and the art design in this game are like top-notch. Very nice, very smooth. All the guns carried like a nice punchy sounding weight to them. And it's just pleasant. There's a lot of games where you play and they just don't feel like they have any weight at all. One thing I will say is that for replayability reasons, that once you played for a level, you can relatively like know what's going on. Because there's no randomly spawning enemies, it's all pre-generated. Which, in a way, is good because that harkens back to the old school style, retro shooters. Let's clear out this place. Collect all the stuff that's in here: health, mana potions. That spiel. You can also, the cover is destroyable, as you can see here, which is nice. I mean, there's a lot to like about this game. I like Project Warlock, and Project Warlock 2 is, I believe, in early access at this point, or it might be coming out on early access really soon. But it's nice to see like retro shooters like this, because they don't make them a lot anymore, unfortunately. So let's have a look around. Ooh, nasty way to go. So let's see, we need a blue key, which we don't have. As you can see here, another secret room. Bunch of ammunition, health, very nice. Death effects for the villains are very nice as well, which is always pleasant to see. Like, I like games like this. Like, I grew up with like Star Wars Dark Force, which was a very classic example of the genre and highly regarded. But like, I have a nostalgia for these retro first-person shooters. And we leveled up. Fantastic. So that's more XP, or that's more sort of level up points for us. Remember, there's a difference between level up points and weapon upgrade points. There are two different economies in this game. So let's go back to the blast staff because we don't have a ton of ammo. Go away. Let's grab some pistol ammo. Let's try. We've got a blue key now, so we can get through a number of the blue doors. I know there's a blue door there, but I know there was one here as well. And that will lead us through this door back around, which is fantastic. And with the blue key, we can open up this door as well. Ammo, supplies. Okie dokie. Don't be afraid in this game to double back on yourself and just look for more supplies and equipment. The layout of the game is such that it really is intended for like rapid exploration and repathing. Okay. Getting a bit low on ammunition. We've got the red key, which will bring us back around here. Which if we wanted to, we could then use to basically dive back through the maze. And I think I might actually do that, to be honest, because there is ammunition that we can use. Just heard an enemy spawn behind us. Rightio. So, let's go through this door. Ammo's getting a bit low. One thing I will say about this game is that it's really easy just to go swing back and get more ammunition for your weapons. So being sort of backtrack is actually very important. Whereas there's one more secret around here that I know of. Using the environment is important as well, because different enemy types turn up as well. So that's a new enemy type, that guy, that big guy. We've got some dynamite as well, which is nice. Right. So I don't know where the tell is for the next secret room. I know it's around here, but there's no indication that it is. So you just sort of have to try, which is one of those things that I find a bit frustrating. I dislike secret rooms where you have to sort of slide along the wall just pressing the space button until you hit the right spot. So let's destroy that. Some sort of supplies and some experience. You have to be careful of these doors. These doors actually really pack a punch. Those sort of end of level attack doors, they can really easily kill you. Another level up point. And there we go. All the secrets. For those of you who don't want to experiment and find all the secrets, like the old-fashioned way, there is a very complete guide on very complete guide on the Steam on the Steam page. If you go on Steam and you look at the community hub and then look at the guide section, there's a very complete guide for the secret locations, and they are important. So you're back at the workshop. As you can see here, we've got upgrade points, stat points, and perk points available. So here we go. We've got 5 level up points which we can spend. And we have some weapons, so we could upgrade. We can't upgrade our stuff. We could upgrade our axe. We can upgrade our hand cannon, or a revolver. So we can either turn it into a 50 Magnum revolver, which would do a lot more damage, but we use more ammunition in the process, or we can change it into a flare gun, which will basically set enemies on fire. Personally, I fancy going for the revolver. So let's buy the revolver. As you can see, our shots now take 2 points of ammunition now rather than 1. But it should do a nice hit of damage. With that done, we can go to our area here. So we can, for example, we could get this perk here, because we got a perk point. Odds of receiving loot drops from enemies and crates are doubled. What are they even doing with the loot? We also have 3 points here. So, for example, we could put it into. We could put it into another. We could put them all into life and pick up toughness, which basically means our health is increased by 30, income damage is decreased by 20, which is very nice. Quick healer, more healing. We could also put into sprites, which would basically give us a 30% more mana, which is very nice. If we do it strength and life, we gain insane run speed. There's all kinds of combinations you can do. You can move through monsters, which is always nice. Personally, I think what I will do is I'm just going to continue to do my plan of sort of splitting it between the things that I want the most. I'm not really using a lot of melee stuff, but I think what I will do is I am going to go 2 into life, because next level up I want to get the toughness perk, and then I will basically get some more capacity. Now, do we want to pick up Treasure Hunter? It's a nice perk to have. We don't get perk points very often though, so we want to be careful. Because do we want to get more drops from enemies, or do we want to pick up basically a 20% damage decrease from all enemies and extra health? I'm probably going to pick up, to be honest, I'm going to pick up Treasure Hunter just because having additional drops will help us in the long run. So let's grab that. Very nice. We could also have picked up... we can't pick up Sprinter yet because we haven't got strength up to 3, so I don't know why that's become highlighted. Probably because we have part of it unlocked. Yeah, that's it is. Because we've got 4 life, it's partly unlocked the ability. But we picked up Treasure Hunter, which is a nice little perk to have. It says we have upgrade points available. Yeah, I know we've got upgrade points available. We can't spend it on anything. We've only got 2 upgrade points. I can't get it any better. I can't get any more spells. So I don't know what it's trying to tell me, to be honest. But this is Project Warlock, folks. What you see here is pretty much a very good depiction of the game in general. I like it a lot. It's a nice retro pixel art shooter. There are problems, like I said. I don't like how it's so reliant upon you finding secret rooms to basically... And you do need to find the secret rooms. Like, I'm not kidding about that. The weapon upgrade points and the XP you get for them really helps you in the game. So if you're not finding them, you're at a massive disadvantage. So I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it has a single save slot, because from looking at reviews on Steam, there have been issues where people have had updates and they've lost their save, which means you have to start the process all over again. And the final one, I wish there was, like, even if it was a basic narrative, I wish there was some kind of narrative. Even games like Doom, Wolfenstein, Duke Nukem, they had like, oh, like the world is being invaded, or we have to go and stop the Nazis, or like we have to basically kill all the demons and close the mouth, the gateway to hell. That kind of overarching storyline does give it a bit of momentum, which in some ways I feel that Project Warlock lacks, because at the moment it's like, okay, so what am I doing here? I have no idea, I'm just running around being random. So it would be nice if there was even a small narrative hook involved. Plus side, gameplay is very good. The weapons all have a nice feel and sound design to them. They all feel very different. I like the gameplay loop, as it were. The enemy sprites look very nice and animated and well done. And the game is a good game, like certainly one I would recommend. Is it perfect? No. Does it live up to like the reputation of past games like Doom, Star Wars, Dark Force, Wolfenstein? Almost. There are some things that are missing. But I would recommend this game. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Project Warlock, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye, folks.